Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. So yesterday I had my 50th place high score, new personal record for me. And so today I want to try an experiment. And it may well not go well at all, but we won't know until we get there. So the very first thing we're going to do is construct 3 die faces of 71, 73, and 36. So I'm going to build those faces in the tier 1 shop now, and then I will catch up with you. Alright, and just like that, we now have 71, 36, 73. Now why is this interesting? Well, if we add 36 to itself, we get 72, so we'd have a run of 71, 72, 73. And unlike the 96, 97, 98 run, where 97 is prime and the 2 other numbers are not, here both 71 and 73 are prime. So now what I want to do is upgrade to my at least probably 3rd tier shop. Let's just buy these while they're here. We'll stick them on other numbers because we can. Then we're going to go to our next shop. And what I'm hoping to do is going to be to get 16 die to take advantage of square bonuses with 5 dice of all 71, 5 dice of all 72, 5 dice of all 73, and then a miscellaneous die of some generic high-scoring faces, so that they all might always be benefiting from Yahtzee bonuses. So there's add a value to itself. Grab that real quick. Then let's grab a 3x and a 4x. This is the expensive part, unfortunately. I'm going to stick that on the 71 just because if we get a prime bonus early, it will qualify as well. And we'll take 6 times rerolls just for that center die for now. Then I think with this already purchased, we're ready to go to our 4th tier of shop, where we can start looking for die face movers, rerolls, locks, and set all die faces to a specific number. Right. Moving die faces, moving the whole die is something we don't need to do. A no 99s bonus would be good for us, but that's going to increase the scoring that we get, which is going to increase the cost of rerolls, and right now keeping rerolls cheap is a key part of the problem, so we're not going to invest in this just yet. There's one of the things we need, so we'll grab that. And I'm going to move the 73, I guess. Stick that up here. Perfect squares bonus we're also going to want for when we get to 16 dice. And we currently have 4, so we would get a benefit from it now, and then it would drop off till we get back to 9, then it would drop off till we come back to 16. But again, I don't want to buy stuff that's going to increase the cost of shop rerolls by a large amount currently. I think the face multiplier didn't move with that, which is a shame. So let's take another 4x, because what we're going to want to do is clone this top die, and the better shape that top die can be in before we clone it, the better the cloned die will be. But I don't want weights or incrementers or any of the rest of this stuff. So this is where the experiment really begins for me. I don't know how much we can expect to get the stuff that we need in the process of rolling through this kind of expensive period. Nor am I sure that we're going to get the locks and rerolls and the rest of the stuff that we're going to need to make all this work, but we will see in time, I guess. Currently the early game seems to be going not incredibly well. But that's done, that's nice. Doubles bonus will apply as soon as we clone our first 73 die. But I think we need to look for something to get everything to reroll universally, preferably something like a no 99s reroll. And a lock. So that is none of those things. And of course we need run multiplier when it arrives eventually. That's the one we really don't want to miss. I will take a 10x to put that on one of the faces that's going to be cloned. Although maybe we should have taken a passive or two at this point, because we're getting expensive now. Factor 18 will be alright for a while. The rest of this stuff isn't stuff that we need. Of course, we need to be able to afford that in the first place. It's a 500 lock. I'd really prefer a 300 lock, especially if we don't have universal triple or double rerolls. So I'm going to refrain from getting the 500 locks. I'm going to put that up here just for now to earn us a little bit more as we go. More 10x's would be nice. I'm now in that awkward bit where I want to keep shopping, but we haven't really got the core strategy going yet. And without the core strategy going, the whole thing's not going to pop off at the end of things. So now it's really in the hands of RNG, which is less fun. Lottery is no good to us today. We haven't been able to move one of our other die faces off yet, which is a shame. That's one of the things that we're looking for. There's a face swap, we need that. We can now move off our 72 that does not have a multiplier on it over to here. We'll leave the 71 with the ×4 where it is for now. Add previous roll to rolls is going to be a pretty good one. So we'll take that as an interim investment. Fewer than 6 dice double reroll we will take, because I think that will reroll our locked die until we get to more dice. Now I'm wondering if we're more likely to see 300 locks on the next tier of shop rather than this one. And he is proven wrong immediately. So we're going to lock this up here for 300 rolls. Now what else do we want? We need to set all die faces. And we also probably want, I probably just missed it, but the run reroller bonuses. Now that once we've set all die faces to 71 and 72 on the other 2 die, we will always roll a run, which is important. So we'll do a bit more shopping here. 500 lock is not what we need right now. And until this unlocks, our earning potential has been somewhat reduced, which also should be a real consideration for us. We don't need to currently move anything off. No 99s for 200% is, again, another pretty good earner for us, but it's going to be hard, I think, to get that much without that top die being unlocked. So we're going to skip over that for now. These are what we need. Also, the prime 300% bonus is going to be really good for us as well in a moment, once we get this 71 more set up. So these guys all become 71s. I'll take the prime bonus now. Then the other die needs to be set to all 72s. We've got our other set of 73s available. So now we're always going to roll runs until we lock one of the 71s or 72s again. Do I care about a shop refresh adder? I think I do. So that guy's going to become our miscellaneous die, basically. Keep improving the 71 die, because we're going to double that first because it's also prime. So we're looking for 300 locks. We do not want run increases because that will break the run that we've created. We do not care about clovers and other lottery related shenanigans. There's a 500 lock. We could put that on one of the 73s now that we've got 2 of them. So I'll do that because we'll still keep one of the 73s available to us to utilize the runs until we lock something else. Double highest die, I think we want. What I should probably do is, this is something that completely eclipsed my brain until like 5 seconds ago, that is definitely an error I've been making, is looking for die that are in that kind of 77, all 77s or like any real good number, because then I can just move off one of my extras onto that die and make a die that has 5 out of the 6, which would be good for us. So let's take double highest die. Then I don't think those are ones that we want. No 99s double reroll, I think, is definitely going to be good for us, because at the moment we only have fewer than 6 die double reroll. So as soon as we get that 6th die, our locks are going to be much harder to break. So by doing this, we keep being able to break our locks more efficiently. 2 dice of all ones. I think we can do slightly better than that. There's another shop refresh adder. If that's not too many rolls, I'll pick that up. And we're coming just to about halfway down our rolls now. Do we want to move something off? If we buy something, we can. Let's buy a die with all these 8s on. Then onto that, we can move something. We'll move one of the 72s, because those aren't going to be benefiting from... We're trying to work up to 5 of each. We've got 73, 73, 71, 72. So I guess we should go for 2 of each, then 3 of each, then 5 of each, so we can get doubles bonuses, triples bonuses, then Yahtzee bonuses. So I guess we'll take a 71, stick it on here. Refresh the old shop here. And then we want to set all those die faces to 71. Rest we can leave, I think. Another face swap. Adds multiple dice according to the amount specified, so 2 dice of all ones will be fine, I think. So if we buy that, then swap one of these 71s off to here. We can keep farming that central die for 71s and then set all of it back to 71 later, rather than trying to reset multiple dice later. We still haven't done our final shop upgrade yet as well. Doubles increase we definitely want to avoid. There's set all faces again. So that's going to be up here. Right, we probably want to think about changing to the last shop upgrade soon. Haven't seen nearly as many locks as I would have liked. Buy one, get one doesn't seem as ideal. I'll go for another shop refresh. Because hunting those down is going to be important later. Not so much for passive hunting, although of course we need run multiplier to get this all to kick off. But also, just in general, we want to keep looking for locks and the like. Now, we haven't all set all die faces, so we could set everything to 71 here again, but we're only going to farm some of these 71s out again, so I think that's less crucial to us. Scavenger isn't bad, but it's incredibly expensive. I say incredibly expensive, it's not that expensive, but shop refresh adders I think are considered a better way to go. Doubles bonus for 100% is going to double all of those 71s that we've got going on. And there's another die with all of our 73s. Excuse me while I sneeze. So we've got 73, 73, 73, 71, 71, and a 71 center. So we need more 72s now, and we need run multiplier ideally. We also have 9 dice at the moment, which is going to get perfect square bonuses. But we don't have a target die to put... Oh, we do have a target die to put a 72 on. I wonder how many of those I might have missed in the resulting period that it's been available to us. Alright, I'll take a... Oh, look. Ah, a 71. A 71 numeric face. It's the one we've got most of, but I don't see why I wouldn't put it over here while it's available to do so, because we're going to want 5 of each eventually in the end. So that's just a given. I also should be really paying more attention to those, because any number can basically appear, I think. So there's 100% more value. We can take one of these and get that 71 in the top left all set. What else do we want? We need one more die of 71s before we reset all of this to 71. So we'll do a couple more shop rerolls here, as I keep saying. Eventually we will get off this tier. We will get to that 5th tier shop. Alright, let's do it. Let's get off of this tier of shop and go to the next one. I may regret it, but it's got to be done sometime. So that's 10 dice. We only need, what, 16 die total, so 6 more. Still lacking a lot of locks. Top 3, somebody has said, is good up to something like 57 dice, and then after that it becomes less ideal, so we'll pick that up. Also removes it from the pool. We don't have anything we want to set right now, I don't think. No, we need to move stuff off onto this die. This is move a whole die, which we don't need. 5x, or the wild, I wouldn't mind putting onto the die with the shop refreshes. Because that die isn't going to be doing anything else for us otherwise. So we'll get those faces being useful. Rerolls getting an extra 50% is fine. As is combined face multipliers eventually could be somewhere to spend our hard-earned gains. And why not put a 5 times previous roll multiplier on that last face of the shop reroll ladder we've got going? Right, so still looking for locks and transfers. There's a couple of transfers for us, which is lush. We want... I guess we don't really need non-standard multiples that much, because we're working with standard things. There is a key available as well, which is interesting, although not urgent. So the question becomes, do we make our last 71 now? So then we can start applying Yahtzee bonuses, because we'll have 571s always, and then start going after the others. I think that seems like an alright plan. So we'll put a 71 on here, and that is 5 dice at 71. I need to buy another die to put this on, but I don't want to do one with incrementers, because... Oh wait, that's not incrementers. Adds a die with faces 94 through 99. So we can buy that. Yeah, it's got the incrementer symbol on the die face, but it just says adds die with 94 through 99. So if we pop that guy, then buy a movement. And so we have all 71s, all 71s. Once they're all set, that's all sorted. We've got 2 73s and only 1 72, so I'm going to swap. Are any of these numbers prime? 97's the prime one, isn't it? Because that's what we would use in other builds. So we'll steal the 97 over to here. Then we'll set that die to be all 72s as soon as we get an opportunity to do so. I'm going to ignore the key. We haven't even seen any more locks yet. There's set everything. There's 500% more value for primes as well. We'll get that first because it's only a little bit more expensive than this, but this will become way easier to reach. What kind of lock is that? That's a 300 lock. We should buy that first, so we can get it making its progress. Are we going to do that on our 73 die? Because that's got all the multipliers on it and is the biggest number, and I think that will be fine. So that's 1, 2, 3. This is going to be a 4th lot of 73. Then we were buying this to set all of this guy to 72. We still haven't seen run multiplier yet. That's the toughie. Right, is there anything else here that I want? I don't think so. We do need a die to target a move off to in the event that we get a movement on the next die, but not a set of die faces on the next shop roll, rather. But I'd rather do it with one that isn't going to be all 99s. That's a good candidate. So we're going to buy this just to have something to move stuff to. We're going to buy doubles extra 50%. Right, the face multipliers we could worry ourselves with now, but I'm more worried about getting through our rerolls and getting to the ones we want, because these aren't going to be as impactful as the times 73 of the run multiplier. And we could just keep buying these for days because there's going to be so many dice to concern ourselves with. But we do want another settled die faces. Do we have a candidate for that right now? This 71 is probably the most obvious candidate, isn't it? We have more than 6 die, so these passives are no use to us anymore. I don't need to move a whole die, because the location of the die in this build doesn't seem to matter, unless you're using a key to unlock your locks. Now, I'm sure I bought a 300 lock earlier, and this is locked with a 500 lock. And I will check that in the replay and report it to the dev if it was, but I'm very confused. Right. But now, I just think it's a reroll. There's run multiplier. That's the big popping off point for this run. Now, as soon as we buy this, everything else is going to get extremely expensive. So, this is the moment to watch. Everything in this shop is just going to be priced as it is. It's not till we reroll, so we might as well buy this first and then buy anything else that we want. So let's take settle die faces. And look how quickly our score capacity for earning has increased. Right, so we've got 71, 71, 71, 71. We can now set this to all 71s again. And now we will always roll a 71 Yahtzee every time. This 10x previous roll multiplier, we can replace this 5x for. Again, we don't need to move anything. We don't want weights. We already have a 5x multiplier. Run increase we definitely want to avoid. We don't even want to add 10 dice. That would be far too many. So I think we're just going to have to reroll and watch everything be really expensive now. There you go. 77 die is close to what we want, but not... Oh no, it's just the number 77. It's not even a 77 die. Adds a copy of an existing die of your choice. 2 billion. How expensive is that to reach? Not very at all. So we've got 571s. We've got 73, 73. This is 73. And when this unlocks, it will make a 5th 73. So I think I'm just going to copy a 73. Then we've got a Yahtzee of 73s going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the copy. And that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've got 3 more die to add. Do we need to set anything to all faces at the moment? We want to eliminate the 97 over here. Now is about as good time to do it as any, although, that said, we are going to need a donor for other 72s, so we might as well not do that right now. So we need a movement to move one up to that other donor dice. Yahtzee bonus for 1000% and another 300 lock. Definitely a 300 lock, not a 500 lock. But we definitely want this. And it's going to go on a dice of all 72s, I think, because we have 5 71s. We have 73, 73, 73. This is a 73 and it will make a 73. So we need to copy a 72. So we're going to copy this 72 and then use this as the donor to get to that. Now we want Yahtzee bonuses. It's going to be very expensive. And who knows how our earning potential is going to change again once we get everything earning an extra 1000% on itself. Perfect square increase we definitely don't want because that will break everything. What I might do is take a 10x previous roll multiplier here and just temporarily stick it over here on this 72 die whilst we're looking to use those 72s as donors. Now we need to refresh. We've got to set everything. But we don't need to set everything right now, do we? Just here, but we want the 72 donors first. So we don't need any of this stuff. And we're getting fairly expensive in our rolls now. There's another 300 lock. I think we can still consider buying that now. Except this is our only 72 die that's all there. This is not at the moment. Take me back. We could set it to all 72s now and then go to double it. Except if we clear this off now, we will have no 72s on the grid. We will lose our run multiplier bonus. So as nice as this is, it doesn't seem to be the move right now. The other option would be to clone one of our 73s that is not currently getting the Yahtzee bonuses and then trade off one of our 72s onto it because it has all of the extra multipliers on it. So let's do that. So we are going to lock a 73er in hopes of making a 72 out of it later. I think, do we want this? Multipliers attached to a die face will now stack with single face, multi-face and adjacency multipliers. No, we don't want that. I don't think. How many rolls, I wonder, do they have left? 201, 54. Okay. We are re-rolling again. There's a face swap. We certainly want that. And we want to swap one of these 72s onto this die here. Now we want to set all die faces on that to the aforementioned 72. Is this key ever going to be in useful geography for us? We could put it on one of these to try and get this guy to unlock faster. Because we're going to reset this to all 72s later anyway. How many rolls does it have left on it? 187 more. Key 5 locks, 23 billion. How hard is 23 billion to get a hold of? Quite. Well, that one's unlocked. I'm not going to go for a key. There's a set all die faces. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is going to be 75s. But this one needs to be 72. No weights triple reroll we want because we don't have a universal triple reroll yet. Right, where are we at now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 die. We have 172, 272, 372, 472. So we have 472s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 71s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 73s. So we need to swap out one of our 73s to being a 72. So we need to move one of these 72s onto a 73. I don't think we get triples. Will not occur if the dice is included in a Yahtzee bonus, so we don't need that anymore. Do we need to set anything yet, or are we still waiting to pull off a 72 onto a 73 before we set this to being all 72s again? $10x is far bigger than the 5x we have on that one die scoring die. 380 billion though. It's going to be a chunk of rolls, but not prohibitively so. And that gives us 3 more rerolls to work with. I don't think non-standard multiples does anything for us, because all of our die are standard multiples. We don't have any die faces to set yet. We don't need any more locks. So it feels like we've kind of reached the earning potential of this strategy. 200% for perfect squares. We do now have 16 dice, right? 5, 10, 15, 16. We do, so we'll pick up that. If we can roll enough to it. It's going to be expensive to get there, but we do have 16 dice now. That wasn't so bad. There's a movement. That's definitely what we want. Rerolls being worth 100% more, also definitely wanted. So here we're moving a 72 onto one of our 73 die, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So we're going to move a 72 onto a 73. Now we need set all faces again. 100% extra value on rerolls. There's set all faces. There's another swap there, but we don't need it any longer, I think. So we want this die to be all 72s. And we want that last die to be all 72s. There it is. It's the one we wanted. So it's this guy being set to all 72 again. So then the final count, we currently have 71s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 72s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 73s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of those is always rolling a Yahtzee now. It's only this die that we can manipulate into doing anything more valuable for us. So I think I would, if we have an opportunity to do so, swap the shop refresh adders for voids. But otherwise, add glue to a die face of your choice. When a face with glue is re-rolled, it gets stuck on the glued face. All the following re-rolls replaced by attached re-rolls. So at this point, I guess flagging the re-roll does tell us when we get the free re-rolls rather than having to purchase with them. There's a void. There's no 99's 200% bonus. So let's grab that void. Stick that on here. Let's grab no 99's bonus. Double face multipliers we don't need. The 5x add multipliers, we could start trying to like farm that stuff out, but I think it's not going to have as great an impact as we'd need it to. Rigged machine, no weights. Non-standard doubles, even numbers. So I think that's basically the end of the experiment. %% triples bonus isn't going to go because we already have a Yahtzee bonus. 4 of a kind on the central row, that's got to be worth something, right? Lottery bonuses are worth nothing to us. Extra value for weights is worth nothing. Replace the lottery face of replace a face of your choice with a lottery face. When rolled, this face will have no value, but has a chance to be worth 20% times the entire run. Maybe that's worthwhile over here. Maybe that will give us a few bumps in earning potential. Yahtzee triple reroll, I don't think we need because we have universal rerolls, don't we? Yeah, there's 4 results in that list. So we don't need Yahtzee triple rerolls. Square number plus 100% and no weights plus 200% are both worthwhile. 200% is obviously bigger than 100%, so we'll take that first. Is that? It is a 50% chance at 100 as well. I'm going to put that over here just to try and make the quarter proc off more often. Although we don't have rigged machines, so that was dumb. Just assuming at all times you have rigged machine now. About 400 rolls left. We've lost our extra ability to get free rerolls now. So I think we just have to roll out to 300. $500% on Yahtzees. That's what we need. We can afford it immediately. Let's see how we do for another 100 rolls then. It's increased our earning potential, but doesn't have that kind of exponential growth that you need to get to the exponent scores. then down to 100 rolls. Oh, this is something I should have taken a long time ago, isn't it? The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 10, all non-numeric faces will have no value. So we'd lose the value of like the wild that we have and stuff on this die, but everything else would have been worth 10 times as much. That is a giant folly for me. And we're not going to be able to afford it anyway. Oh, we are, but only on the last roll, so forget doing that. That's not worth it. So we'll take one more, and I'm just going to take some screenshots and things for the Discord, and then we will roll out and see our final score. Alright, and so ends the experiment at millions, billions, 107 trillion. An interesting one, no doubt. Glad to have given it a go. I hope you enjoyed going on that journey with me. Of course, nowhere near the heights of the dizzying high scores that you get with lottery runs, it seems. But in any case, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.